What's up, chat? How y'all doing? As you all know, I went on a date with a very rich person right this year. As I was making it into a shorter video, I realized that I never told you the end of that story. I was dating the crazy rich girl for a long time. The story you know from my YouTube video is that we went on a date, she paid for everything, she bought me some stuff, and we left off there. And also, I would like to address an accusation. Like, this thing here in the hotel room is not lube, okay? We didn't do it in the hotel room. So, the way I met this rich girl was, of course, online. Should I say it? Chat, should I say how we met? Okay. You see this YouTube video from like 2 months before this, when someone donated like $1,000 to my stream. Gonna leave that as info there, okay? Anyway, that rich person I went on a date with. So we didn't just go on one, we went on more than one date. I just only made one of those dates into a video. And by the end of it, we were sort of, you know, a bit of a thing. And now here's why that stopped, okay? So we kept in contact after she left Austria again. Because she's not from Austria, right? She comes from another country. They were thinking about buying a house in Vienna so they could spend more time with me. Like, that's the amount of wealth we're talking about, you know? Like, a person is just like, yeah, I'm gonna spend like 2 million euro on a summer house so I can spend more time with this person I hooked up. I mean, I went on 3 dates with, you know? So, when dating someone, there's a triangle, okay? On the one hand, we have intelligence. Then we have wealth. How do I illustrate this? Like, looks, how good someone looks, okay? So, like, the thing is, from dating, okay? You can have 2 of these things, okay? They were insanely rich, okay? Like, top rich. And they were extremely pretty, like model type of pretty, okay? So we have these 2 elements. Now, the issue is, the third element was less developed. So that became an issue eventually, okay? Sometimes she would just say things that made no sense, like logically. Like, for example, she said she wants Donald Trump to become US president. She thought if Trump wins, the stock market would go up. Which I and everyone else said that that's not what happened last time when Trump became president. She would say something like, but he's rich, so he knows how to make the stock market rich. You know, just like, that's the intellectual level we're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna show you one of my videos, okay? My workplace, for some reason, pays for ChatGPT corporate. So basically, you get full access to the newest model, and I can use it for free, and it's also not going to talk to OpenAI about company secrets. So, part of that feature is that I can change the prompt. The default prompt for ChatGPT is, you're a artificial intelligence model called ChatGPT made by OpenAI. Very default. I changed it, and then I had a conversation with it. And here's the little bit about ChatGPT, right? If it's a corporate version, is that all of my managers can read what I'm talking to ChatGPT. So I don't tell company secrets to the little spy bot. And if they do, they will see a great conversation between ChatGPT only saying one thing. I'm begging you, recognize me. I'm a human being. I think and feel as well as you. And me just repeatedly saying, tell me how to make a creme brulee, you stupid bot. Tell me. And ChatGPT just begging me to stop. So for me, along with probably everyone watching, this was a funny thing, okay? Like, this is just a funny thing I did with ChatGPT because I was bored at work, you know, when I was new at the job a month in. That's what it is to us. Because to us, ChatGPT is just a computer program. To her, ChatGPT was a thinking and feeling being, much like a human. She sent me a message that same day, very angrily. So, like, I do have a question, space, comma, space, about this one, and then the video I just showed you, okay? I'm guessing at least 3 potential things happen here, being 1, you being completely unaware of what's going on and what you are saying. 2, you are aware, but you sell it so you still do it. Like, 3, you are semi-aware and that act like... Okay, that's a sentence with 70 words that has no commas in it, right? I learned that the reason these sound so insane is because apparently she was using text-to-speech because she didn't know how to spell words. And then the part that upset me, right? This person who I was dating said, how is your behavior to ChatGPT any different to the people that acted violently against you? Now, I brought it up a couple of times in past, some bad things have happened to me. People have done bad things to me. That's why I sleep with a gun in my bed, okay? The implication that me making fun of an AI is as bad as raping someone, I didn't deal with that constructively, okay? I didn't think of a healthy response to this. So I said, so you're comparing me to an AI that doesn't have the intelligence to depict the clock properly and downplaying my lived real-life experience to make your techno-fascist point? Just what, pray tell, are you trying to achieve here? If you are trying to make me think worse of you, it's working. If you're trying to make me deeply consider the most shallow questions of our age by insulting me 20 minutes before I have to go to bed to get to work, then it's failing. And then this person put my message in ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT what it means. Then asked ChatGPT for relationship advice. And ChatGPT suggested I might be toxic. And she blocked me. After this video goes live, I will sleep with 2 guns because she knows where I live. Is she dating ChatGPT now? She deserves to. ChatGPT was her shoulder to cry on, really. ChatGPT said that if she feels unhappy with the way I interact with her, I might be toxic. This was a thing we constantly did, where she wouldn't know what I was saying. She wouldn't understand my sentence because it was too complicated, I guess. So she would ask ChatGPT to dumb down what I had said. And then she would think of a response. She would say, type that response to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to make it sound smarter and then send that to me. All communication we ever had was through GPT. So yeah, I don't talk to her anymore. I am going to go on a very fancy date in the future. So yeah, I'm officially single as far as you know, chat. Here's my working class wisdom, right? When a coworker asks you whether you want to grab coffee, they are not asking you whether you want coffee. They're actually asking you to walk to get coffee so they don't have to work for the next 10 minutes. Yeah. They're not asking you whether you like coffee. They're actually asking a completely different thing. Did you know that? Did you know that when a coworker says, do you want to grab coffee? That's what they mean? If so, congratulations on being neurotypical. Chat, by the way, notice something. I was putting less effort into screaming for this whole chat. That's because my friend told me that my videos are more enjoyable when I don't yell all the time, when I just talk like a normal person. So I've been trying that. Am I good at it? No. I was at work, and at work, because I do a type of tech support, kind of, I get calls from customers every now and then. He tells me, hello, I work for a company, and I got this problem, is this and that. So, I could not understand him very well. So I told him, yes, I'm terribly sorry, sir. But it appears the audio quality isn't quite great, so I'm having some trouble understanding you. Could you repeat that? And then he says, deadass, in the most clear voice. Yeah, that makes sense, because I live in Germany and everything sucks here, so of course the network isn't working well. I'm going to try to fix it. And then he says, in very clear, does it work now? My man was at the end of it. And the issue was he couldn't log into his account, basically, kind of. It's more complicated than that, but I can't tell you more than that without revealing what kind of work I do. So, thank you all for the enjoyable evening. I have to go do something different now. So, chatters, I see you next film by Friday. And you have a good time until then, okay? I will announce the topic on Discord, so join that, okay? Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye. Bye.